Angel. Welcome. So, today's video is a little bit different, kind of something I've never done before, but I have my cutting board here and I have some really cool fruits and just some cool plants that I found that I really want to share with you today. And yeah, they make really awesome tingly sounds, so I know that this video should be very relaxing for you. And I'm just gonna get started. So I'm gonna be taste testing as well as just tapping on some fruits and stuff. So my first fruit is this beautiful yellow fleshed grapefruit, and I actually found this one in my local woods by my house, so it was just growing wild, and that way I know there's no GMOs, no chemicals, it's all organic, and it smells exactly like a ripe orange. So this one is like a hybrid kind of grapefruit. It's not very pink. It's kind of like a yellow tinted pink on the inside. So I'm gonna cut this one open and we'll see how this one tastes. It's nice and soft skin, so it should be pretty ripe. I usually let my fruit sit for a while to ripen. But I'm definitely going to keep all the seeds in this to replant, because this is a really cool variety of grapefruit, and it's just really cool to collect all the different species. It's got a couple little bumps and scratches. And the tree is actually very big, and it had about maybe 20 more fruits on there, all this size. So it has extremely good genetics, so it should grow pretty vigorously for me. So I'm going to just cut into this and we'll see. Wow, its skin is super tough. Some seeds popped out right out of the center. So this is what the middle looks like. Still pretty yellow, barely tinted pink. Let's get some seeds out here. And I really love these little, I don't know what these are called, the inside things that like pop. They like juice. These little things. That is very, very potent. Ooh. Feel it changing my DNA. A little bit of sugar on that, or some agave. Not bad. Yeah, these are very, very delicious. They have a massive abundance of seeds, so that's really good. It's always good to eat things with seeds. That's a good, just like way of thinking. Seeds are good for you. Seedless things, not so much. Just peel the skin back. I don't really like the skin. I just like the little vessels that are on the inside. They have a nice soft tap sound. It's very, very, very potent and very medicinal. I'm sure if you had a cold or something and took a big bite out of this, it would definitely give you the vitamins that your body needs. Kickstart you. So my next fruits I have, these are lemon drop mangosteens, and this is what they look like. These are kind of a rare exotic fruit, and these are the seeds, and these are very tart. They're almost like a lemon candy in a way. Their insides do have a really nice flavor, and some of these I'm gonna let them just ripen up a tad bit more. So actually yesterday I went to my friend Adam's farm, who owns Flying Box Fruits, and he cultivates all different kinds of just rare, exotic, really cool fruits. So if you're interested in any fruits or any trees, then definitely check out his YouTube channel and his online eBay shop. I'll have the link down in the description for you. So these are actually in the Garcinia family, and that's just another variety of fruits. Doesn't really have a whole lot of smell. This is what the inside looks like. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take a bite. I believe that you can eat the skin, but I'm not going to, because I'm not 100% positive. Can't really explain it. It's not like a grape. It's like a little bit different. It's exactly like a little lemon candy, and then it just has a little seed. It's pretty tasty. The first time I tried those, I didn't really like them, but I definitely think I just changed my mind, because that was pretty tasty. I'm gonna see if I can get this other seed out of here. that one had a few seeds. Usually their seeds are a bit bigger, a little bit more mature. But this was still very delicious. So these are my next fruits. These are all the seeds here. And these are called jaboticabas, also known as the rare Brazilian grape tree. So they're super squishy. They're not really like grapes. They're actually more just like a plum. So they literally grow on the sides of the tree trunk bark. So picture the tree and they grow like this on the bark. Then you just pull it off. It still has a little tiny piece from where the tree was attached. So good. And that is what the inside looks like. It's like a gooey white. It doesn't look like it would taste good, but it's actually sweeter than a plum on the inside. It's really like nothing that I've ever tried. And I also got these from Adam at Flying Fox Fruits. The seeds are kind of in like this little weird gooey seed sack. But whenever you clean them off, that's what they look like, a little bean. And these can actually be grown in a pot because they're very slow growers. So you can actually have this in like a small pot and make it into a bonsai, and it'll fruit for you in that little tiny small pot. They're very, very, very different and super interesting. So sweet and so tart at the same time. These don't really have a whole lot of sound, but they're really, really cool. Not a lot of people know about these. And if you're into the plant community, these are pretty much one of the coolest exotic fruits, I think, possibly in the US. So very interesting to grow. So my next fruit is a type of starfruit, and this is called Wong Tung. Hopefully I said that right, but it should be called Wong Tung. And I also got this from Adam at Flying Fox Fruits. So I am so excited to cut into this. Starfruit is one of my favorite fruits, but usually you want to eat starfruit in moderation. It has a lot of neurotoxins, which is kind of like a brain or a neurological stimulant. So if you have liver or kidney disease, then starfruits are not recommended. But otherwise, this variety, Wong Tung, is best known to have the least amount of neurotoxins. So it's pretty safe to eat. Still, I would eat in moderation, but it's very beautiful. It's a light green / yellow, and this is about the color it gets when it's ripe. This color right in the center. So I'm going to cut into this one and taste it, and we'll see if it's sweet or sour. And the skin is so strong. It feels like it would be very hard to pierce through it. And sometimes whenever I'm eating a starfruit, I will nibble off this little edge here, and I'll just eat the insides. The edges are extremely medicinal, and you can tell when you taste it. It has a very, very medicinal flavor. So I like to eat the corners in moderation. But let's go ahead and cut into this. And I am really hoping I don't cut through any seeds. Let's try this bottom half. Nice, beautiful little star. Ooh. Cut out a cute little star piece. Oh, the smell. That's my absolute favorite part. Its smell is like nothing I've ever smelled. It's almost addictive. I'm gonna take a bite. These are best known for being very crisp, like an apple. Has a nice crispy crunch to it. And the flavor is very light. It's just so good. There's really nothing else to say. It's just so delicious. This was my first time trying this variety. I've only had the dark orange, so this was really, really awesome to grab at Adam's Farm. And I'm gonna see if I can save the rest, give some to my family. It's always lovely to share medicine, so I'm very excited. These fruits were so tasty. Next fruit. This is a black sapote, and I know it looks like it's not good anymore, but actually it hasn't even hit its full ripening stage yet. So whenever the black sapote is ripe, its skin will turn kind of like a dark black brown color, and it will be so soft and so mushy. And this black sapote also is called a chocolate pudding fruit. So I'm very excited to try this one. And as I said, it's not ripe yet, so I won't be able to try it today. But from what I know, this one is in the persimmon family. So if you've ever had a persimmon, they're kind of like orangey, red, pinkish colors, and they're very sweet, but also they have a smell that I can't really put my finger on. So it's an acquired taste. But this one is used in a lot of desserts, and I actually got this one from a tree by my house. So it's super special. I am very, very excited to cut into this. It almost looks like a tomato or a pepper. A lot of people that try the chocolate pudding fruit usually try it a little bit too early before it's fully ripened, and I've heard that it doesn't taste as good. So we're just gonna let this ripen, and it actually does take a few weeks, and this has been sitting on my dresser for over a few weeks now. So hopefully it's almost time. Just needs a little bit while longer. And you know when to pick it from the tree whenever this little crown here is lifted. See how it's lifted? But whenever it's down, still on the fruit, then it's not time to pick it. So we picked it at a good time. Just have to let it ripen up for us. And this is also a pretty rare fruit that not a lot of people sell or have even heard of. So that's super exciting to be able to grow and cultivate these. Me and my boyfriend have a ton of seeds planted in our garden. So many seeds. Including this. It's all wrinkly. Wrinkled up fruit. And even though this one is called the chocolate pudding fruit, it doesn't necessarily taste like chocolate pudding, from what I've heard. It's kind of more like a persimmon. It still has that sweet flavor to it, but it's definitely still a nice little snack and dessert, so something very medicinal that I'm sure our bodies need. Oh, you're gonna love these. So I found these little seeds here on a hike that I recently went on, and they sound like little maracas, and they all sound different. 4 of these. And they kind of sound like little tiny rain catchers, or what are those called? Maracas? No, rain sticks. Yeah. And this one is actually opened a slight little bit. So they have these little teensy tiny seeds on the inside. Very small. I'm not sure that you can see them. But I love how they sound. So crazy that these little teensy tiny pods make that much sound. I love these little things. I'm probably gonna keep them. Just because I love the sounds they make. Just by walking by, you can hear these blowing in the wind on the hiking trails. But unfortunately, I was unable to identify them. I looked and looked online. I found stuff similar, but I just can't seem to find the name of these. So, if you know what these are, comment down below. I would love to know. I'm just gonna call them little black maracas. And I love how delicate they are, but at the same time, they're pretty hard. Oh, this one has seeds falling out. I guess when the wind blows, the seeds fall out of the middle crack and just disperse. Just by tapping on it, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I've gotten 14 little tiny seeds out of it. Maybe I'll plant 1 or 2 just so that I can have these cute little maracas. But usually I like to plant only if I know if it's some sort of medicine or food. I'm just very unsure about these. I don't know. I love them though. is very big. The tinier ones have more, and the bigger ones have bigger seeds. So yeah, very excited about these. So my next one that I found is these beautiful, lovely, drop some acorns. And I actually collected these on another hike, just simply to plant, because oak trees are, I do believe, the world's #1 carbon absorbing plant. So we definitely need to be planting a lot more of these. Just simple little acorns grow into massive tall oak trees. So after this, I'm definitely going to plant all of these. But they're so full of life, and they're just so fun to play with. They sound so lovely. And actually, another really cool thing about these little acorns, not a lot of people know, but these are actually edible, and you can roast them or even use them as a dye. They have multiple purpose uses. So back in the Great Depression, acorns was something that a lot of people actually ate to survive, and they still hold a lot of value. They're just kind of undervalued now, but I still love them. And the squirrels still love them. And they make beautiful sounds. Just light clicking sounds. These really don't look too far off from a hazelnut, kind of. That's kind of what they remind me of. Love the delicate little clicks. So the last thing I have for this video is this beautiful, lovely sweet potato. And this one actually came right out of my garden. So it was in one of our larger raised garden beds. And this came from one sweet potato plant. So we simply just planted one sweet potato in a big garden bed, and then it sprouted up, started curling around, making just lovely little branches everywhere, and then all of its roots go into the soil, and every root that goes down pops a little sweet potato. So my garden bed is full of these, and luckily I've already tried them, and I can be the first one to say they're so delicious, like so much sweeter than the ones at the grocery store, and not to mention all organic. So that makes me feel really, really good. Just knowing that we can grow foods without chemicals or modifying anything is just so beautiful. We have all of this delicious food on the planet all right here for us, and they're so easy to grow. Like I said, I grew this from one sweet potato plant, and I have over 30 of these. So they're all different shapes and all different sizes. This one is kind of a big to medium sized one. I love how it has this little curved tail and this little nub it was trying to grow. Another sweet potato right here. And these are very chalky and has a little bit of dirt on the outside. But it's just awesome to know that I grew this. And there's nothing that feels better than just knowing exactly where your food comes from. So yeah, I really, really love my sweet potato bed, and I have more growing right now for Thanksgiving. So I'm so happy to finally be able to give my family some food that I grew this year. That's very exciting for me. Very rewarding. Has a light little tap. If you guys ever want to grow any of your own foods, it's so simple. It's as simple as planting one seed. So the rain and the earth can do the rest. Sometimes it just takes that one seed being planted. But I'm very happy to be able to share all of my fruits that I've gotten and just my food that I've found or grown. It's always so exciting just to find something new or to try something new. So again, like I said, if you guys are ever interested in purchasing any exotic fruits or just new medicines, definitely check out my boyfriend's Etsy. It's called Year One Organics. And check out Flying Fox Fruits. He has a eBay and a YouTube account. I hope this was relaxing for you and you could get a little bit of just plant knowledge, some stuff that maybe you didn't know before. I love just chit-chatting with you and just having a nice relaxing time. So if you like my video, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up for me. Subscribe if you're new. I do all different types of ASMR, so definitely check out all my playlists and my channel. And until next time, be well.